So we are in the creation of the organization structure, and we have seen how to create a company, company code, plant, store location, purchasing organization. So we continue the creation of the organization structure. So next we are going to create purchasing group. We are going to create purchasing group. So therefore the path is, so I'm going to enter SPRO at the top of the SAP easy access screen. Press enter. SAP reference IMG. Materials management. Purchasing. Create purchasing group. So click on this clock. Click on new entries. For example, I am creating purchasing group as 222. It's a 3-digit code. Enter the description. So give some telephone number, the fax number.
Hello, sir.
Telephone number, that give some extension, and the email ID.
Hello, sir.
Press enter.
Shekhar bhai, can you hear a voice? Somebody is
Yes.
trying to call you.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's going on.
Sir, Praveen here.
Yeah. Press enter. Save.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm able to hear you, man. I'm able to hear you.
Sir,
So the next
నేను
point
ప్రవీణ్
is,
మాట్లాడుతున్నాను సార్.
I'm able to hear you, man. I'm able to hear you. Okay.
This is the class or this is class I have to wait?
The class is going on, man.
Okay, that's the class. 9:30 is start అయిపోయిందండి.
Yeah. The next point is assign company code to company. Now, so far we have defined the company, company code, plant, store location, and all. Okay. Assign company code to company. So here I am typing SPRO, SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, assignment, financial accounting, assign company code to company. Assign company code to company. It means we have created a company and we created a company code. Now we need to link to both of the parameters. That is the meaning of the statement. So click on this clock. Now here, so first you find out your company code what we created. So 2001 Shell Oil. This is my company code I created. At the corner you have company. At the corner you have an option company. So click on the drop down button and you find out your company what you created. So the company I created 2222, that is Shell Oil. Enter. Okay. So like this you need to select the company code what you created, and exactly beside that we need to enter the company what we created. Then press enter and save the document. Enter. So we have linked up both of them, company and company code. Next, assign plan to company code. Assign plant to company code. So the path is SPRO, SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, assignment, logistic general, logistic general, assign plant to company code, assign plant to company code. So again we need to click on clock, click on new entries. There is option called new entries. So click on that option, new entries. So here the first column, the system displays company code, the second column plant. So if you know the company code what you created, so you can directly enter. If not, click on this drop down button and you can search your company code. So my company code I created is 2001. Enter. The plant. If you know the plant what you created, you can directly enter. If not, click on this drop down button, enter the plant. So you'll get this screen, press enter. So system will display the list of plants. So I created 2011. Select your plant. Enter. In the same way, enter the company code and the plant. So I created two plants. Therefore, I am linking my two plants to the company code. Press enter. This description automatically will get it. So how many plants you create, those plants are to be linked to the company code. Press enter, save. Press enter and save. Next, assign purchasing organization to company code. Assign purchasing organization to company code. So the path is the same path. SPRO, SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, enterprise structure, assignment, materials management, assign purchasing organization to company code. Assign purchasing organization to company code. So you need to click on this clock. So here you find out the purchasing organizations what you created. So these are the three purchasing organizations we have created: 2011, 2012, 2013. And beside that, you have another option called company code. So enter the company code. Press enter. So whatever the company code we have created, exactly beside that, we need to enter that. Press enter. And save.
Can I ask you a question, please?
Press enter and save. So whatever the purchasing organizations we have created, we need to select, and beside that we need to enter the company code.
Now, can I interrupt you for a second?
Pardon?
Now, what happens if you wanted to have company code in your some website for joining organization?
I'm getting a lot of sound from your end. May I know who is this?
I'm Revant.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot
Can
of.
you hear me?
I'm able to hear you, but a lot of sound from your end.
Because of the mic, I'm getting a lot of echo.
Yeah, I think your headphones is not proper.
Just give me a second. I'll drop you a message otherwise. That's not easy.
Assign purchasing organization to plant. Assign purchasing organization to plant. So same path. SPRO, IMG, enterprise structure, assignment, materials management. Yes, we can assign. Assign purchasing organization to plant. Assign purchasing organization to plant. Click on new entries. Click on new entries. So first I will enter the purchasing organizations, and beside that I will enter the plant. So three purchasing org linked to the first plant. Oh sorry, what is the plant I created? 2011. Sorry. Yeah. The same way. So again, three purchasing org linked to the plant. Press enter. Save. Press enter. Save. The next one is assign standard purchasing organization to plant. Assign standard purchasing organization to plant. So the navigation is the same navigation, same path. SPRO, SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, assignment, materials management, then assign standard purchasing organization to plant. So here the first column is plant and second column is the standard purchasing organization. So here you select the plans whatever the plans you have created, and beside that you enter the standard purchasing organization. What are the standard purchasing organization you have created? Select the plans what we created, and beside we need to enter the standard purchasing organization. If you know it, directly you can enter, or else click on this drop down button and you can search the purchasing organization. Press enter and save. Next point, assign purchasing organization to reference purchasing organization. assign assign purchasing organization to reference purchasing organization. Assign purchasing organization to reference purchasing organization. Click on new entries. So here first I will enter the regular purchasing organization created and the reference purchasing organization. So I created regular purchasing organization 2011 that should be linked to the reference 2013. Press enter, save. Press enter and save. Go back. Again click on new entries. This time standard and reference. This time link standard and reference purchasing organization. Save. Save. Now I have defined, that is I have created and I have assigned. Now I want to see the total organization structure in the system. So what are the parameters I created? The company, company code, plant, store locations and all. So to display the organization structure in the system, so in the easy access, you need to enter the transaction code EC01. We need to enter the transaction code EC01. Enter. Structure. Navigation. Press enter. So system displays the list of company codes here. Either you can scroll your mouse like this. You can search the company code what you created, or else just click on this binoculars icon at the top of the screen. This binoculars icon is nothing but find option. And directly enter the company code, whatever the company code you have created. Press enter. So system displays directly your company code. Click on it. Exactly it displays it takes to the company code what you created. Now double click on the company code. Double click on the company code. So here the system displays the company code what we created. Company. Leave this created controlling area. It displays your two plants what we created. Under the each plant, it will display the store locations, what are the store locations we maintain, and the purchasing organizations. And each purchasing organization linked to the company code and plan. Each purchasing organization linked to the company code and plan. So like this, we need to define and we need to assign the organization structure. The next heading is purchasing organization. Purchasing department, so called as a purchasing organization in our SAP ERP product. A company can have one purchasing department, that is one purchasing organization, or a company can have multiple purchasing departments or multiple purchasing organizations. As per SAP, what SAP says, there are three types of purchasing organizations. There are three types of purchasing organizations. The first one, regular purchasing organization. Second, standard purchasing organization. Reference purchasing organization. So this is what SAP says. So whenever, if anybody asks you in the interview, how many types of purchasing organizations are there, then your answer should be 3 as per SAP. Okay, as I told you, a company can have only one purchasing department, there is one purchasing organization, or they can have more than 3 purchasing departments or purchasing organizations. But as per SAP, we have 3 types of purchasing organizations. So what is regular purchasing organization? Regular purchasing organization is a purchasing department responsible for the regular purchasing of the materials, goods and services from vendor. So responsible for the regular purchasing of the materials, goods and services from vendor. Next one is standard purchasing organization. Is a purchasing department responsible for the procurement of special stocks and special procurement activities. So in future classes, we'll discuss some sort of the purchasing activities like subcontracting, consignment, pipeline handling process. So like this, we have different special procurement stocks and special procurement types. So for these business scenarios, we are going to use the standard purchasing organization. So standard purchasing organization is a purchasing department responsible for the purchasing or the procurement of special stocks and special procurement activities like subcontracting, consignment and pipeline handling process. The third one, reference purchasing organization. So what is this? A purchasing organization linked to one or several purchasing organizations. A purchasing organization linked to one purchasing organization or several purchasing organizations is called a reference. Also we can call it a centralized purchasing organization. Then we have another one, purchasing group. Purchasing group. So what is this purchasing group? So purchasing group is an individual person or a group of people responsible for the purchasing activities in a company. Purchasing group is an individual person or a group of people responsible for the purchasing activities in a company. So this is as per our SAP terminology point of view. But basically The purchasing organizations are classified into three categories. What are those here? The purchasing organizations are classified into three categories. So we'll discuss first. Corporate group purchasing. Next, company specific purchasing. The third one, plant specific purchasing. I will explain this. For example, I will take Tata Group of Industries. Why we are calling it as a Tata Group of Industries? Because this Tata Group, they have n number of industry segments. Industry segments means they are into steel, they are into motors, they are into aerospace, they are into construction, software, capital, Tata Chemicals, etc., etc., etc. So like this, they have so many industry segments. Okay. So each industry segment we call as a company code. That is, Tata Steel is one company code, Tata Motors is one company code, Tata Construction is one company code, etc. So for example, I'll take Tata Steel. Under this Tata Steel, one plant is located in Mumbai, another plant is located in Jamshedpur, another plant is located in Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, etc., etc., etc. Now, so the company can decide how they want to have the purchasing departments. Suppose, let's say I will take corporate group purchasing, the first one. So corporate group purchasing is a purchasing department responsible for the purchasing or the procurement of the materials, goods and services at corporate group level, that is at Tata group level. If you take here example, it means whatever the material they want to purchase, it may be from requirement from steel or motors or from aerospace or from construction or from software, any material if they want to purchase, they will approach to corporate group purchasing department. The requirement either from, it may be from Tata Steel, or it may be from Tata Motors, or it may be from Tata Aerospace, Tata Chemicals, etc., etc., etc. That is corporate group purchasing. Next, company specific purchasing is a purchasing department responsible for the purchasing of the materials, goods and services at company code level, at a specific company level. That is, you'll have a separate purchasing department for Tata Steel, you'll have a separate department for Tata Motors, separate purchasing department for aerospace, construction, chemicals, software, capital, etc., etc., etc. That is company specific purchasing organization. Next, plant specific purchasing organization is a purchasing department responsible for the purchasing of the materials, goods and services at plant specific purchasing organization. That is under Jamshedpur plant, under Mumbai plant, Hyderabad plant, Bangalore, Chennai, etc., etc., etc. So this purchasing classification is as per the industry standard, not on the SAP base. But as per SAP, you have three types of purchasing organizations. But generally, as per the industry standard, purchasing department are classified into three categories. Either you have at corporate group level, or company specific level, or else at plant level. This is also very important. They will ask you in the interview. So how many types of purchasing organizations means? The answer is as per SAP, you need to inform it. So how many classification the purchasing organization can be divided? It is three: corporate, company specific, and plant specific purchasing organization. So this is very important. Okay, fine. So we are almost all completed the organization structure, and there is some pending, that is controlling. We'll have the controlling department. The module is called a CO, like our MM. The main function of this controlling or controlling area is to control or to capture the expenses that take place in any company. To control or to capture the expenses that are incurred in a company. And one more thing, the configuration settings of the controlling are done by the controlling consultant. Okay, so whatever the background settings related to the controlling, they are totally done by the controlling consultant. Then we are the MM functional consultant. Then what is the need of this controlling settings and all? Yes, we have the need, we have the requirement, we have the scenarios in our MM. If you want to execute those scenarios, we need to have the controlling parameters to be maintained, without which we can't. So the reason we need to maintain even the controlling settings also in the system. You will not at all get an opportunity to configure all these controlling settings in the real time. So in the training program, we are going to see how to create all these controlling settings and how you assign the controlling to company code, etc. Because if you don't maintain these controlling settings, in future, when you are trying to create a purchase requisition or a quotation or a purchase order, the system will throw a message saying that controlling settings are not maintained to the company code so and so, etc., etc., etc. So that's the reason we need to do some controlling settings which are required from our MM point of view. We have certain scenarios in MM. So what is the reason behind? The first one is creation of PO for non-stock items. It means it's not a stock item. So in this case, we need some controlling settings, some controlling parameters to be maintained, without which you can't. In the same way, the creation of PO for the services. Then creation of goods issue to a particular cost center. So these are the MM scenarios without which the controlling parameters you can't execute. And that too we need from the controlling side. One is cost center, the department, or another is cost element. So these two parameters are required in our MM to execute the creation of purchase order for non-stock items, creation of purchase order for services, and creation of goods issue to a particular cost center. So next is configuration settings. For the controlling. The first one is define controlling area or create controlling area. So the path is SPRO, SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, definition, controlling, enterprise structure, definition, controlling, maintain, controlling area. Now see the screen over here. In the above is SAP's access. We need to type SPRO. It may be small letters or capital letters. SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, definition, controlling, maintain, controlling area. Maintain, controlling area. So as usual, click on clock. So you'll get another screen. Now double click on maintain controlling area. Click on new entries. Click on new entries. And here you have an option controlling area is equal to company code. CO area is equal to C code. Click on this option. Click on CO area is equal to C code. That is controlling area is equal to C code. The moment when you click on it, system will ask to enter the company code. So here, whatever the company code you have created, enter it. Whatever the company code we have created, enter it. Press enter. And here you have an option assignment control. Under this you select the option controlling area same as company code. So whatever the company code we have created, that will be the same thing for the controlling area. In the assignment control, you select the option controlling area same as company code. Save. Now we have defined. Now we need to assign. SPRO, that is assign company code to controlling area. So we have created a controlling area. So this controlling area belongs to which department? That is which company. So we need to link it. Assign company code to controlling area. SPRO, SA preference IMG, enterprise structure, assignment, controlling, assign company code to controlling area. Assign company code to controlling area. So here you select the controlling area what you have created and double click on, there is option called assignment of company codes. Double click on assignment of company codes. Click on new entries and here enter the company code. Enter the company code. Press enter, save. Press enter and save. So whenever if you define any parameter, then by default we will have the assigning also. Defining and assigning. So next is the next point in the controlling, maintain controlling area, the third point. Maintain controlling area, the third point.